My name is Teresa. I'm a Wren Kitchens and Wren Living customer. I'm in the middle of having a kitchen renovation with Wren. It's been ongoing now. Delivery was due on the 16th of May. Delivery actually happened a few days later on the 19th of May. But I lost my kitchen with the Wren installers on the 12th of May. So it's 70 days that I've had no kitchen. It's 22nd of July now. Just gone midnight, and I've spent the evening just pulling together bits and pieces for this video. So the purpose of this video really, it's a response to Wren, because emails seem to get ignored, telephone calls seem to get ignored, Twitter seems to work, but nobody really understands the big picture of how my kitchen installation is going and how it's affecting my life and, you know, the life of my son and my whole family who can't come to visit, really. So to put it into perspective, the kitchen install went wrong quite early on. I actually asked for a cease and a new fitter and lots of different things, but all of them were ignored. Field installation manager finally came out on the 10th of June, and then another field installation manager came out on the 14th of June with the fitter. Went through the steps one by one, and they came up with a 13-point plan. They actually wrote a few more things on there, but I don't have that copy. Things that included like clean out the cupboards of all the rubbish and get the rubbish removed from the balcony. Since then I've only seen the kitchen fitter once. As I say, it's now 22nd of July. A few more bits have been ordered, stored up. So there's been a bit of an ongoing dispute with the worktop, which is items 2 and 3 on the list. So this is my response really. I received on Tuesday the 19th a message via Twitter with a response really to what's happening with what they call a remedial works plan, and I was very surprised to receive that, because the progress that appears to have been made in my kitchen according to the response plan doesn't actually match my experience as a customer, and I wonder where they've got that information, because nobody's actually speaking to me. I've only seen the fitter in my flat once since the 14th of June when that was done. So I'm going to put up the 10-point plan now that was agreed, or that you know, Wren took away with them on the 10th and then again on the 14th of June. Then I'm going to just put up a little snapshot of what the message I got via Twitter, where they say we are at the moment, and then I'm going to go through myself what I did earlier on this evening, just, you know, each individual point to say, you know, some of them have been completed, but a lot of them haven't been completed. But I hope, really, this is a video for Wren. I want Wren to see where I am. But if you're thinking about getting a Wren kitchen installed, it's, you know, you might want to watch it too. So thank you very much. So if there's one thing I'm not, it's a professional filmmaker. Here is the 13-point plan. So various different things. I'm going to go through them one by one. But first of all, I'm just going to show you the response that I received this week. So this plan was done on the 10th of June, and then again on the 14th of June. And here is the message that was sent to me via Twitter by Wren on Tuesday the 19th of July. This is the outcome. So this is kind of where we are so far according to Wren, according to their field installation manager. I couldn't get it on one page, unfortunately, so there's 10 there and there's a little bit of an overlap. Goes up to the full 13, and as you can see, the field installation manager is due to call me directly to discuss and follow up in writing. That was Tuesday. So all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and nothing. So I've made this video with my outcomes to this plan as followed. Number one is very simple: flooring under washing machine. It's today. There we go, flooring under washing machine. So there's only 3 cabinets in this run, 2 appliances, and the fitter hasn't left enough room for flooring to go under the washing machine of any nature really. There's not enough room for standard tiles, and there's certainly enough room, as you can see, that's the gap for the wood flooring, bamboo flooring, I apologise, that I picked and gave a sample of to the fitter way before the kitchen had even arrived. Absolutely none. If I go all the way down, no room, they've put that down to the lowest feet. So unfortunately, until that issue is sorted out, and they won't sort that issue out until they've sorted out the worktops, this is currently the state of my kitchen floor. Just to go a little bit nearer. So they've gouged up the old tiles. This is raised, rough, not very safe, not very hygienic. Okay, so Ren and I, this is number 2 and number 3, find ourselves in dispute over the worktop colour and finish. The worktop sample that you can see in the front is the sample I was given. This sample is very, very white, matches the sample in store of which I have a picture. However, it does not match very closely the finished product. So the sample is quite white, you can see in the foreground, and the upstands and the worktop are more mottled grey. To look at the top, so you can see my sample's a little bit dirty now, but there's a very clear difference. OMG, the suppliers of this worktop, say that this is a natural variation, even though this sample here, which was provided to me on templating, was given to me, and I've signed to say yes, this is the sample I am happy with. This is not a worktop that I am happy with. So there is a colour dispute, of which has been thrown out really, and Ren are washing their hands of this issue. Behind the sink is where the upstands meet, and they're both completely different colours. So the first one on the left is very grey colour, and on the right hand side it's almost a yellow. You can see that from this side also. There are several small chips on the worktop. This was picked up on the day of fitting, mentioned it to the kitchen fitter, who his name was actually on the delivery note, so I said, are you going to speak to Ren or am I? He said he will. He failed to do this for 3 days, so Ren are now trying to dispute that the worktop was damaged, and they're almost trying to say that the damage happened after installation. So there is a chip here, which is quite deep, going along to the sink area. There is another chip here. So right here, it's very, very rough edge. And inside the sink itself, you can see almost here, more chips along the edge, just very, very small ones, but not what you expect for a worktop that cost almost £2,500. And again, black marks, all been there since installation, and they just don't come off. The whole worktop hasn't been finished very well. So the chips apparently have occurred after installation. They've offered a repair. The join itself between the 2 pieces of quartz is not even, so the left hand worktop is down further than the right hand, and the join at the bottom of the worktop is very narrow compared to the join at the top, and approximately an inch right of the join you can see a raised area here, and that's actually excess quartz there. So the entire finishing, whether they want to say it's not the company's fault or not, is not adequate for a worktop that cost £2,500 in a kitchen that's brand new and not even been handed over to me yet officially. So the entire worktop along here, listen to that. So a bit sticking out and chipped out. Up into the corner of the work stands, extremely poor finishing. There's a big dip down the back there. They have offered to repair that, and the colour just looks awful really. The whole way along the finish is extremely poor. Going along to behind the worktop, behind the taps again, more excess. So completely amateur job really in finishing of this worktop, and I don't believe that was done since the worktop was installed. I believe it was installed that way. And again, just where you need really good sealing of your worktop, great big holes in the ceiling there. They were also meant to fit a windowsill. They've tried, they broke the windowsill apparently. They've also dented significantly my brand new plaster. They have attempted redelivery of another sill, but obviously with me contesting both the quality and the colour of the worktop, that hasn't been completed. Okay, I'm going to go do jobs 4 and 6. So dishwasher unit plugged in and back panel fitted on sink unit. These have both been completed according to the field installation manager. Not seeing a back panel there. I'm seeing half a back panel here, but it's not in the right place. They've actually kind of done their own thing really. So they've put it halfway back. I've already dropped something down the back here. Yeah, and I haven't used that, as you can see. Dirty, horrible cupboard with no back panel, something dropped down the back there. Both this cabinet and the other cabinet, 800mm cabinets here, I have bought cupboard liners for, to protect. A little bit like, I'm just going to open my larder unit and tick off the other one. There you are. This here is a shelf protector, sorry. I've ordered them for my other cupboards. The sink one won't fit because of what they've done with the sink unit back panel, i.e. half a job and not a proper job, and they're over there. Not going to climb over and get them because I don't want to damage my flooring. Number 5 is paint on cabinets from Sockswork, but actually in the corner I've just, going back to the worktops, upstairs fitted appallingly really. Little gap there with loads of crap. I think they've offered to change that, or to fix it, but they're not willing to change everything, so I'm not happy with that as a resolution. There is paint still on the doors, as you can see. So when the fitters painted the ceiling, they didn't see fit to actually cover my brand new kitchen up. I'm not going to go through every door, it's just a mess. Number 7, extractor not ducted. This is actually my favourite in the entire kitchen. There is my Neff hood. If I'm going to angle that right, if I put that on high power, no ducting. So let's turn it off for a second. So the installation manager solution was to cut a grill in the top of that cabinet, which would then filter anything I cooked really directly onto my ceiling. I did a little bit of research, read the manual myself, and realised they hadn't supplied any innards. This is a recirculating. So I spoke to store, had to go into the store, spoke to them, and now have this. That's been here now for, I can't even imagine, a good few weeks, still waiting to be fitted. Okay, worktop scratched, glue on edging. This is the 3rd stainless steel worktop that's been installed. Apparently this is completed. I'll just show you why it's the 3rd. The first one the fitters put in properly. They went off plan. It's meant to be central to the 2 units. They went off plan and then they changed the entire upper cabinets around to suit, ruining the doors, needing new doors, etc. And stainless steel worktop number 2, picture there. This is how my kitchen was for weeks, completely unusable. And if I zoom in, you can see the damage on the front of that worktop. So that one's been changed. They have installed the 3rd worktop, which is here, but I can't use it. So I tried to cook. Reason number 2 why I can't actually cook. Number 1 being the extractor. Number 2 being the fact that the worktop is sealed on the right hand edge. It is not sealed along the back edge. It is not sealed along the left hand edge. So I boiled some eggs, not used to an induction hob. It boiled over and the water literally flooded all down the back of there. So since then, haven't really used the hob, and also with no extraction. Okay, it's now the 22nd, just after midnight. I deleted inadvertently numbers 9, 10 and 12 while I was editing. So number 9 is end panel to be replaced because of the damage. You can just see the chip right there. So the fitters have attempted to paint it with the maintenance kit, which then went missing, so I've ordered another one. So looking at that, that is the original end panel. So the Wren Field Installation Manager tells me this has been changed. However, there's the pencil marks from the original fitting. A new end panel was ordered after the installation report. And there is the end panel. Not fitted, regardless of what the report says. There you go. Decor end slab panel. Number 10 relates to the ovens. Have hardly used, I haven't used this oven actually, the bottom one. I actually forgot it did that. Haven't used it just because no extraction, etc. But these were very wobbly. They're no longer wobbly. They're fitted, but they're not aligned as I would expect brand new Neff ovens to be. Number 11, not number 11, number 12, sorry, fridge door. So fridge door has been fixed. It used to slam, so they have realigned it, but they haven't finished it off really. Still lots of horrible pencil marks, etc. everywhere. No need for a date on this. The final one, number 13, linear profiles. So linear profiles are the metal handleless system. The horizontal ones were wrong apparently, so they've been fitted. So again, this side is absolutely fine. I'm not quite sure why this one has been fitted, because this entire side needs to come out and move up. If you've stayed with me, thank you. Just to finish, I'd like to show you what Wren living Wren kitchens really means. 70 days without a functional kitchen. 70 days of this mess. 70 days of storing Wren stuff. 70 days of not having, if you live in a flat, a functional place to be. My living room furniture is out on the balcony, covered up in tarpaulins because it wasn't being looked after appropriately. 70 days of again storing Wren things and living in this kind of condition. Thank you.